Hello there, wonderful people. Connor Whitmore here again with another video for you on the Nawtystep channel, and today I'm going to be delivering for you some first listen reaction based coverage of this new Soltan EP which came out last week called Dustinations. This is an EP that has been released on Good Vibrations. We have 5 tracks here, and I think I might be right in saying that this is the first EP from Soltan in about 8 years, maybe since 2016's Jadugar. I might be wrong about that. Do let me know in the comments down below if I've got that completely wrong, but I was just having a little look and I think that's what this is. But yeah, 5 cuts here, no collaborations, just straight Soltan, and looking forward to hearing how his style kind of pans out over the course of an EP. It's been quite a long time from what I can gather here. So without any further ado, let's just crack on. One thing I do want to mention just before we get going is that you might have noticed if you saw the last video I put up on the channel, the ATLiens, the new ATLiens album, that the format is slightly different in terms of what it looks like on screen. So the difference basically is that I was streaming whilst I did the ATLiens one, which is why there's that big black box on the left of the screen at the bottom where the chat happens. This one I'm just kind of doing in my own time, so all you need really is the artwork and the time lapse down the bottom here, the little bit at the top showing the artwork and the track title. Just wanted to make that clear so that people didn't get confused. They're not different kinds of video, they're the same kind of video. It's just, you know, when I do them and what kind of platform I do them through when I record the videos. So yeah, let's get on with it. The opener is called Serpent King. Ravey kind of stab, just dagger like right in your face. It doesn't sound quite as full as usual for him, like it has like a little bit of an emptiness to it. Yeah, see, that's got a little bit more going on. When the first drop initially came in, there was something there that was missing, even with all the percussion being really nice. This is classic Soltan aesthetically, the percussion-led heaviness. Yeah, just when that first drop initially came in, there was something that wasn't quite there lying underneath, but it did pick up well, like I was saying. Interesting direction for Soltan to have gone in there. I like it. Glitchy, just a bit more stripped back, not quite as in your face as usual for him. Yeah, not a bad opener. I think Soltan very much telling you, if you haven't heard of his style before, just what he's about, what his aesthetic kind of consists of for the most part, what his style is like. Thought the introduction was very good, very punchy, rave inspired with the stabs that we were getting. Just prepared you for the heaviness very well, and we got reintroduced to that in the midsection effectively too. Heaviness wise, it is an interesting one. Again, initially when that first drop comes in, there's definitely something missing. It has a flatness to it. You know, still with a lot of good going on. The percussion that we get, how it kind of rattles, and the energy overall very much there in that first drop. Just, you know, something underneath that wasn't quite there, but it did pick up pretty well in its kind of second half as it, you know, developed, progressed. The second drop I don't think is something that I've heard from him before, which is a bit more like glitchy, low-key, technologic kind of vibe. That was welcomed from him in the sense that it was different and unexpected as a switch up or a switch down really, compared to the first drop. So I think for me with this opener, it's got good and not quite as good in pretty much equal measure. The shortness of it makes it explosive, which works as an opener, but then there are all the other things that I've talked about already that do hold it back a little bit. So yeah, you know, not a bad opener, not a bad opener. And moving on, at track number 2 of 5, we have the title tune, Dustinations. Oh, is it going to be a bit of a housey banger? I can feel that tempo, I can feel that pace. Those sounds, they're in the first tune as well, just... Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Laser driven dubstep breakdown, not mad about it, not mad about it. That housey first drop though, Very cheeky. I think it really worked. Enjoyed that a lot. Ooh, bit of a breakbeat vibe. Ooh. 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 Throwing me. Continually throwing me. That tune. I'll be very surprised if there's another one on this EP that tops that. Just for the novelty factor. I mean, we were talking about that with the first tune, the second drop we got there, how it, just felt like something a bit different for him. And this is further proof that he is experimenting and trying stuff out, which is really good. I mean, the dubstep kind of breakdown we got, the laser driven thing that we got in the second half, or the kind of progression of the first drop, was fine. But I understand it. I get why it's there, just to provide a bit of contrast in the tune, another moment just to send it in a different direction, take you off guard a bit as the listener. And the rest of the heaviness, whilst not like perfectly executed or anything like that, again, just super cool to hear his sound in a housey format, a bit glitchy, well, more jumpy and kind of hypey on its feet than anything particularly glitchy or technological, which is what I was saying for the second drop of the first tune. And then the breakbeat following that for the second drop, just a cool idea. And again, it is good just hearing his sound refashioned in these different ways. I'm warming to it. Like I said, be surprised if that is topped with the final three that we get here. The middle tune is Mazyaf. He's always got that enchanting, alluring musicality in his locker. Okay. Again, I'm liking the experimentation. This is kind of like a speed house kind of vibe almost. Don't know if the flow is quite there. That wasn't quite executed. This is the exact kind of drop where I'm like, hearing it here, it's fine. In a live environment, I can imagine this would be pretty fucking wild. Quite a lot of material at the moment, isn't there, in bass music, but dubstep in particular, that just feels, kind of over before it truly gets going. Like it's starting to reveal more and more of itself. Any particular cut that's from 2 minutes to 2.5 minutes, you feel like they're just about getting going, telling you more about themselves, and then it's just finished and you're like, oh, okay, well, that's that then. Yeah, I don't think that one quite excelled for me at any point, aside from the musicality, the melody that we got in the build, the introduction. That was fantastic. I was like, okay, gearing myself up for something pretty big here. And it is big in the sense that it's another bit of experimentation from him. It is like kick-led speed house kind of situation, I think. Had all the other percussion in the background, but it wasn't, too much at the forefront. But it had that hyper housey kind of format about it. The flow for me, not really there. Again, I can appreciate what he's going for, but it just didn't have that really smooth kind of progression and feel about it. And then the dubstep sequences that followed that are just fine. Nothing particularly remarkable about everything that followed on the heaviness front after that more pacey and high tempo first release that we got. That would probably be my least favorite on the EP so far. But moving on, we have Babel Bug, which is the penultimate cut of the 5 on Dustinations. I'm gonna eat some blueberries. Blueberries and dubstep. Fuck yeah. More of that enchanting musicality, come on. Give it to me. So, drip feed it to me. Oi. Oi. Ah. Oh. Fucking hell, lad. Fuck me. Got a little bit of a phone tap kind of vibe about it. Well, anything that's a little bit more minimal and kind of to itself from Space Laces. Definitely got that vibe about it. And I'm a fan. I'm enjoying this one quite a bit so far. The arrangement, the placement of every single sound here just... Oi, 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 oi. Now, I did say it would be quite difficult to match the title tune, track number 2, Dustinations, in terms of overall quality. But that does get very close at one. Enjoying that a lot. I love the arrangement. I love the whirring computer, you know, circuit board kind of vibe about it. Very well assembled, very well put together. Got that big like Space Laces vibe about it. Just really nice production, like on the ear, sounding all really good. I'm not sat here saying like, wow, amazing idea or anything, but I don't really think that's the point. Like having a main concept isn't really what that tune is about. It's just kind of like an outlay, a kind of smorgasbord of amazing sounds being put together really cleverly, very effectively. And there's a load of moments here. I mean, you can see from all the oys and the oyas I was kind of whipping out, it just catches you off guard quite a bit, that tune. There might have been a couple of moments where it got, again, just a little bit stuck, wasn't quite sure where it was going. Felt a little bit more convoluted, like too much is being put into one space. But for the most part, again, just really cool, the arrangement there, and other good bits of enchanting musicality just to keep it ticking along. But finally, on the EP, we have what is, I think, the shortest tune to round the collection off. It is called Blinking Stars. Definitely got some flashes, this tune. This vocal chopping or this vocal sample is nice. That little, that like cheeky little, you know, snippy little snare. Oh, that's menacing. Nice little switch up. That is nice. Yeah, I was mentioning earlier the thing of a couple of tracks here maybe feeling a little bit too short over before they properly get going, but I think it does work for a closer offer, if you know what I mean. I think you're either with an EP going to go for a long drawn out one that really tells a story, makes it all quite grand and, you know, magisterial feeling and all that kind of thing. You can also do the opposite, where you just make like a pretty like impactful and short-lived, well-cut, trimly cut ending, just to make the EP and give the EP that explosive feel overall, which is, you know, a theme for this collection generally. I think the main ideas are, again, quite ordinary, a little bit straightforward, but there are certain sounds within each one, within each drop that we get that are very good, like the snare in particular. For the first drop, enjoyed that a lot, very well cut, enjoyed that. And then the sustain, I think we got kind of hovering above in the second drop, also had a very glitchy technological feel to it, which is another bit of a theme for the EP. And the arrangement in both of those drops I was a big fan of as well. So, you know, not enthralled again conceptually, but definitely moments, definitely enough to take your attention heaviness wise. With the dubstep on that track. But overall, generally speaking, I would call this EP a success for Soltan, his first one that is at least 3 tracks long in many, many years. I mean, there is a track here for me that brings the EP down somewhat. It's the middle one, Masyaf, and with that kind of being the center of the EP, it creates a bit of a focal point that isn't that great. It doesn't quite need to be there. Given what the EP goes for overall, because yeah, leading on to that is the good stuff for me, which is mostly a load of experimentation, hearing Soltan's aesthetic and sound in new ways and new formats, tempos, some incredible bits of arrangement. There are different levels of mood here as well. Some stuff is a bit more attacking and in your face, other kinds of heaviness are a bit more withdrawn, withheld, allowing the arrangement and the sound usage just to kind of shine through a little bit more, which is fantastic. I'd love more of that from him in the future. future. You know, we've had enough, including him, by the way, in the last few years, but we've had enough in dubstep of people just doing the stomp stomp, the one-dimensional, the predictable, head banging, head bang leaning heaviness dubstep. Generally, we've just had enough of it by now. So the fact that he's doing this, kind of branching out, trying new stuff, and putting it into his first main EP, first main collection of music for a while, I think says a lot and is a great thing. And I'm super happy he did it. That would be my main takeaway from this EP. And I will leave it at that. Thank you guys very much for tuning in and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do let me know down below what you're making of Dustinations by Soltan, and just which track is your favourite, what you're making of the EP overall, all that good stuff. My Patreon is linked down below if you want a load of extra content for a small monthly fee. Also, if you are a producer, there's another tier on the Patreon where I feedback on your music whenever you want, and I also review your music. So if that's something that interests you, if you're making music, if you're starting out, whatever kind of stage you're at, do consider checking that out. Link is in the description. But beyond that, I shall see you all in the next one. I'm going to be doing a live stream on Twitch of the new Virtual Riot album on Friday, twitch.tv/Nawtystep, so make sure that you are available and tuned in for that. It will be a lot of fun. But yeah, thank you very much again for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep it naughty. Peace.